Hey, what's up guys? I am here today for two things. I'm late because I was feeling really sick for nearly 10 days, so I'm a little bit late on my schedule. So here I decided to make a two-part video because I have still to cover my favorite albums from January, and it will not be a top 10 for this time exclusively. It will be only a top 5 for January to to reduce a little bit the length of this video. And in the second part of this video I will just explain to you what happened to me on the music point of view, because wow, so many great releases on the 4th of February. So this is a two-part video, so stick with me for the next 45 minutes or so. This is an XXL edition, so I hope you will like it. Take a snack, grab your poison, I don't know, whiskey, rum, coffee, water, whatever. Grab a snack and make yourself comfortable, and let's go together for a great recipe of great music.
She's probably had that since she was born. How much we
Coming at number 5 for the month of January, the new album from Will the Run, a great progressive death metal band, tribute, if you will, to bands such as Opeth. So of course, my love for this kind of music, but there were so many great other releases for the January, so this is my entry number 5. So it's really progressive death metal, so you have a lot of symphonies there. It moves from clear vocals to harsh vocals, you have a mix of both kind of vocals there. The album is quite long, it's quite long tracks, but it's great if you love progressive death metal. This is the best selection for the month of January, and it really deserves the 5th spot. I selected for entry number 4 a French band from Montpellier. They are called Silhouette, and they produce some black metal. This is their debut album, Les Retranchements. It's a short album, it's a little bit more than 30 minutes, easy listening, atmospheric black metal stuff there, black metal stuff there. It's really pleasant to listen, and really easy listening because of the length of this album, which is just a little bit higher than 30 minutes. It's a great atmospheric black metal album, and I really recommend you dig into that one. At entry number 3, I selected for you a Death Doom band that comes from Orlando in Florida. They are called Druid Lord. It's their 3rd full-length album in the name of Relics of the Dead. It's the kind of music for fans of bands such as Temple of Void or Hooded Menace. This kind of music. I love this genre as well. I don't know if you discovered, last year's Hooded Menace album, and there was also Worm. That was my favorite album of 2021, is this genre. And here with Druid Lord, we are in the same kind of music. It's really greasy, it's really fat, it's really dirty, it's filthy, and the album is composed of 8 tracks for a total playing time of 41 minutes. Don't sleep on that album, it's really, really great. Coming at number 2 for January, I selected for you the band Ikorea. I already told you about this band. They come from California and they produce a mix of doom and post-metal. And this is their second full-length album in the name of Dim. It's absolutely fantastic. It's a short album and it's only composed of 4 tracks, but the total playing time is indeed 34 minutes. So it's 10, 8, 8 and 7 minutes long for 4 tracks. The track I showed you here is my favorite of the album. It's absolutely, atmospheric. I love the tone, of the instruments in there. I love the voice as well, and I'm still, preparing the interview for this band because I'm gonna soon have the opportunity to interview them for the channel. So don't miss that album from Ikorea. The album's title is Dim, and this is my entry number 2 for January. And my number 1 album for January 2022 is none other than the new album from Celeste. It's a French metal band that comes from Lyon in France. They produce a mix of black, sludge metal and post-hardcore elements are included there as well. It's their 6th full-length album in the name of Assassin. It's absolutely fantastic. It's a great basis of post-metal, but you have hardcore elements there. The combination, of different genres is really technically perfect on this album. The vocals are great. It's a little bit cheesy for me regarding the vocals because it's in French, so it's my mother tongue, so I quite understand what they say in the lyrics, so I'm not used, to understand what I hear in this kind of music, but here I understand everything, and it sounds a little bit cheesy, I don't know why English is always the language that corresponds the most perfectly to music. I don't know, but yeah, it's in French, but still, this is my number 1 of January. It's a great album, and I hope you will discover it. Really, don't hesitate to discover that album. This is my entry number 1, my favorite album of the month for January. This is Celeste with the album Assassin. Wow, what a speed! I think I broke my personal record here. I can now enter officially the Guinness Book of Records because I did my top of the month in less than 9 minutes. Wow! Wow! Can't believe it. But bear with me, stay with me because we are not done yet. Now we are starting the second part of this video, and now I have done my selection of 8 albums that were out this February the 4th, and believe me, already two enormous big crushes for me for this year. And yeah, this is February, this month is gonna be crazy as fuck, and in the end of this video I will present to you my 2 big crushes, my 2 first big crushes of the year. But first, a little selections of several albums that just released this past 4th of February. And here we go for the first selection of this month of February. What a week, I'm telling you. This first selection is a band called Arboria, spell it Abhoria. They produce some pure traditional black metal, and they come from Los Angeles in California. It's their debut album in the same name, Arboria, and it was out this February the 4th under the label Prosthetic Records. And the album is composed of 8 tracks for a total playing time of nearly 42 minutes. It's a pure black metal in this tradition of the 90s, you know, and it's they pay tribute to this black metal, and I love it. I love the artwork as well. Look at the album cover, it's perfect. I love it, and this album is one of my best black metal album of the year so far. Don't sleep on it. It's Arboria. Mystic Circle is a melodic black metal band from Germany, and they are here. They are on the scene since 1996 when they released their first full-length album. So it's not a fresh band, but they are still there. It's just released. They just released their 8th studio album this 4th of February in the name of Mystic Circle. The album is 48 minutes long for a total of 9 tracks, and it's absolutely fantastic. The album artwork, I love it as well. They released this album under the label Atomic Fire Records, and this is absolutely perfect if you love your black metal, your pure traditional black metal, but you can say that it's blackened death metal now, because they put some death metal elements there and there on their music. It's absolutely fantastic. Don't miss that album. Okay, you know what? Let's switch back to full screen here, because I realize that when I do these, this mix of my recordings in the videos, I gain a lot of time. I earn a lot of time, and I thought that this video would be a lot longer, but actually it's gonna be a lot shorter than I expected. So let's switch to full screen, so you see my pretty face on your big TV, like as usual, you know? Wow, hi there. This selection is now a band called Vorga, and this is a personal favorite for me for this first week of February. It's black metal again. It's my third selection of black metal. This week has been really rich in black metal. This is a black metal band from Germany, and they are just releasing their debut full-length release in the name of Striving Toward Oblivion. Look at this artwork. Just by looking at the artwork, you know it's black metal, and you know it's sci-fi black metal. I love this particular genre, and they released their album under the label Transcending Obscurity Records, and the album is composed of 8 tracks for a total playing time of nearly 45 minutes. So the tracks move in general from 5 to 6 minutes, and it's absolutely fantastic. It's rageous, it's melodic at times, it's perfect combination for black metal. It's the kind of black metal that I love, so don't miss this one. It's Vorga. next one is a band called Shattered Sigh. They produce some melodic doom death metal, and they come from Barcelona in Spain. This is their second full-length album in the name of Through Dark Veils, and it was released this 4th of February, and they are still unsigned, label independent. Just FYI, if you are a label and you're watching this video, yeah, you can sign this band. It's great, you know, they produce some great music. 45 minutes, 7 tracks, absolutely fantastic. There's a mix of goth elements there as well, but yeah, for the most part, it's a melodic doom death metal, but some goth elements are there from time to time. This album it's absolutely great. You know, it's tracks from 5 to maybe less than 8 minutes each, and it's absolutely fantastic. I love the artwork, and yeah, it's a genre that we never hear a lot. You know, this death doom with goth stuff there, and that's why I selected here for you. Let's move on. So, we have now reached the pièce de résistance of this video. I told you in the beginning of this video that I discovered 2 major releases that just, you know, basically slapped me in the face, you know, both of them.
Women.
So I decided to take these 2 albums and spend a little bit more time on these 2, and starting with this one.
Faint scars on my body, fragments of where I've been, sparse echoes from heartbeats that still beat within. Sometimes my presence won't hold. I feel like I can't breathe. Feels like I've lost control, 'cause my heart is too old, while my soul is too young. It's getting harder and harder, and I can't hold on much longer. Dark skies fell right on me. Will I ever spread my wings? Dark skies and dark waters. I need to feel free from sin. And when the day comes too close, I forgot how to swim. I've lost control, 'cause my heart is too old, while my soul is too young. And I need to control just how fast this goes. I feel this heart's too cold, yet the world is much colder, and it's getting harder. I can't hold on much longer.
Isn't it beautiful? Or what? This is just crazy, you know, this album gives me goosebumps, you know, from start to finish. I'm talking here about the side project of frontman of Evergrey, Tom Englund. The project name is Silent Skies, and it's here. The band is composed of Tom Englund, so leader and frontman of Evergrey, but also of Vikram Shankar, piano player, amazing piano player. And yeah, it's already their second LP. They released their first album in 2020, and now they are back with their second album, which is absolutely fantastic. I just love. I have no words to describe the feelings when that I have when I listen to this album. It's not metal. It's you know, it's sometimes we need some moments like that. You know, some tenderness. You know, some you know, melodies, but also, you know, atmospheres and feel good music. You know, just relax. And this one is just perfect. You know, the album's title is Nectar, and yeah, it's perfect. It's perfect from start to finish. It's 10 tracks. There are none of the tracks here are bad. You know, every track has its own identity. I love Taper. This is just the track that you just listen here. Taper is just absolutely fantastic. The lyrics are so crushing as well. You know, Let It Hurt. I will show you a clip of Let It Hurt just after as well. You have Leaving. I will show you a clip. Yeah, basically I could make you listen to the whole album because it's so fucking perfect. You know, it's beautiful. It's really beautiful. It gives me goosebumps, and I don't have enough words, you know, to describe the feelings that I have when I listen to this album. It's absolutely great. So if you're looking for something fresh, something new, something relaxing, something moody, you know, and to change a little bit from the furious stuff that we listen to, I really strongly recommend you don't miss that one because it's absolutely amazing. So let me show you 2 other clips of this beautiful, beautiful album.
If you heard the echoes from the deepest hollow and tasted the salt of every sorrow, and you stood with your feet in the darkest soil, needing life to be unspoiled, I'm everything that got under my skin, one step closer and my inner search for wins. If you saw the light leave like I did, you would also feel like to leave. Countless nights, so many countless hours where I've been wondering why I'm walking in circles, and why am I hurting? Why am I hurting? You can't lie. Is my life a lie? Let it hurt. So many countless nights, too many lightless minds. I've been searching and got lost in the hurting. Somehow thought I deserved this, somehow thought I'm not worthy. Just too many sleepless nights. Let it hurt. Let it hurt. Just let it hurt.
You know, I'm still under the effect of this album, you know. Really, guys, don't miss that album. You need your calm moments as well. You need your quiet moments, and I recommend you use this one to relax a little bit this weekend. Now, big piece of resistance for the next one. I'm talking about Persephone, who just released their new album, and if you follow me on my Instagram page, if it's not done, you have the link in description. You knew that I was talking about this one at the intro on my video. Persephone, let's say a progressive melodic death metal band from Andorra. And if you don't know, Andorra is a little state situated at the edge between France and Spain. It's I think it's something like 70,000 inhabitants. So it's really a small state, and they come from there. So even the small countries in the world, they produce some great bands. And I will illustrate a little bit what I'm talking about here, and I'm coming just after. So Persephone comes from the Greek mythology, and it was one of the daughters of Zeus and also wife of Hades, and that's the name of the band, Persephone, and they released this 4th of February, to me, the best album of the year so far. And it's their 8th studio album in the name of Metanoia, and Metanoia in Greek means the passage, from a state of mind, from a point of view to another, to change the behavior with regards to a certain thing, And when you listen to the album, you totally understand what they mean, because the album starts really on a nice intro featuring Einar Zolberg, Sir Einar Zolberg from Leprous. And you will find some similarities with Leprous there, but I'm going to talk to you about that later on. But it starts with this great atmospheric, super calm intro featuring Einar Zolberg from Leprous, and then you have a couple of tracks with really harsh and violent vocals, and coupled with clean vocals as well. That's what I love, And the second part of the album is more, maybe you have some instrumental parts there, really atmospheric, and you have less and less harsh vocals all along the album and until the end, So the first part is really more on the atmosphere, but with a lot of harsh vocals on a couple of tracks, maybe 3 tracks. And the second part of the album is more on the mood side of the points, So it really reflects, a state of mind more aggressive to a state of mind more calm and quiet, And maybe you can find this correspondence on the artwork. When you look at the artwork on the album, you see that you are in a cave, really underground, really dark. And then in the end, you see the end of the tunnel, and you see this, this ray of light in the end. So maybe it can mean also the change, from darkness, from obscurity to clarity and to the light. Maybe it's just my interpretation of the album when I listen to it, and believe me, I listen to it already a lot of times. I can't get rid of this album. I can't get enough of this album. It's absolutely fantastic. So, as I said, it's the 8th full-length album. And if you, I didn't know this band, honestly, shame on me. I know, I didn't know this band until this release of this album, because you have to know it's their 8th studio album, it's their first album under Napalm Records. So, what else can I say? Remember in February last year, there was a big album that released and that ended up the year on the throne for me, number one of the year 2021. It was such kind of music, we can compare that. It was progressive, it was melodic death metal at times, and it was Eotune who released last year in February their masterpiece, who would become my number one of the year. And is that a coincidence? 1 year after, at the same time, at the exact same moment of the year, early February, this album goes out. Same kind of music, progressive, melodic death metal. Be careful, because when we say it's progressive melodic death metal, on certain passages of the album, the vocals are so fast and so harsh. It's really close to the edge, to becoming a little bit, deathcore, on the good way of the term, it's my feeling, sometimes they approach, different kind of music, and sometimes they get really close to be considered as passages that can be defined as deathcore, but it's progressive all along, only the appearance, of Einar Solberg on the early track, the intro track, you can guess how the album will sound, but believe me, it's full of surprises. It's super, super, super progressive. And you move honestly constantly from a state of mind to another, calm passages, rough passages, and, instrumental, moody, atmospheric, and then rough again. And if you don't like when it's so rough, believe me, past the second part of the album, there are no rough moments anymore. It's really pure atmosphere and really quietness there, and that's why I love this album, because it's constantly changing. If you listen to it a second time, you will appreciate the album in a different way. A third time, the same. It's really, you have to listen to it, several times to digest it, and and to give your personal feelings and your personal definition of this album. How you feel the album deep inside. And this album is just fucking fantastic, honestly. This is my favorite album of the year so far, and I can guarantee you that this album will sit really high in the end of year ranking for me, but I guess also for many, many reviewers, because it's absolutely great. The production, what can I say about the production? It's clear, it's perfect. When you listen to it with quality headphones, you really feel each instrument on the same level. You feel the bass, you feel the guitars, you feel the drums, and wow, the drums so fast, from time to time. It's absolutely crazy. The clear vocals on this album, you can feel, this band has, a huge, they take a huge, story from Leprous, you can feel that they are really inspired by Leprous, and we could say that Persephone are doing some Leprous kind of music, but if Leprous were producing some really heavier stuff, and it's a band that I now will really go deep in their previous discography, because 7 previous albums are there, and I'm curious to see how they sound, how they look like, because that's really a big crush for me for this year, 2022. So without further ado, I will now close up this video, because it's getting really late and this video is getting really long. So I will show you a couple of clips there from this album, and honestly, believe me, trust me, just give this album a chance and support the band Persephone, because they really deserve it, and they are really high class musicians and singers. It's great. So this is it for this video. I leave you with a couple of clips from Persephone from this album Metanoia, and I will see you very soon in the next video, guys. Ciao, ciao.
On my knees, I still believe this cruel metamorphosis, a pure reborn being.
precious gold.